I'm going to show everyone how I transfer all of my resources to my bank. I'm currently starting in my bank, and I'm going to go through each one of my farm accounts and transfer the resources into my bank. As you can see right now, I have almost 500 in food, a little over 100 in wood, almost 200 in stone, over 222 million in iron, a little over 200 in silver. So I'm seriously contemplating getting another account for wood, just because it's the one resource I've noticed just goes the fastest. Silver's kind of been a hit or miss on the need for it as much as wood. You definitely do need a lot of silver the bigger you get. All right, so I'm going to go through each of my accounts, and I have a system how I do this. So I go I go through the pattern of all of these in order to switch them all. I'm not going to focus on anything inside my account and updating it. I'm just going to simply transfer. So I'm in KG Point right now, which is one of my iron farms. I'm going to first start transporting. Go to basic res, iron. Because I'm TC 15, I have 4 marches, and I just... Oh, sorry, because I'm TC 15, I only have 3 marches. I apologize. And I just keep transporting. It won't take very long. I don't know why I keep doing that. As you see in the upper right-hand corner, it shows you when the transport's going to be done, so I'm constantly watching that. You'll see that I only have 225 iron left, so I fill it up with silver, and then I make sure I get all the iron. But as you can see in the right-hand side, or left-hand side, the iron's already starting to grow. So that shows you when you have a farm, it's already building. All right, so I have 292.6K in silver still left in my farm, so I'm going to fill that up. Then I'm going to select my wood in this account. I still have a little bit left in the transport, so I'm going to add rubble. And I fill the log and the silver. I just keep filling it. All right. And so I don't like wasting a transport, so I fill it with the rest. Okay. I wait till the last transport is done. So 3 more seconds. And then I go into mail and I make sure I click on the transport so that I don't have those notifications the next time I come back in. All right, because I'm focused right now on just transporting all of my resources into my bank, because they haven't quite reached capacity on some of mine. But by the time I get to the last one, which is the food bank, it's going to be at capacity. So I do this so much that it's just become second nature to me. If you have as many accounts as I do, you just get used to it. And the reason why I have all of my farms surrounding my bank is because the transport is less time. So whenever I select what I'm sending, you can see on the transport button, it's only going to take 13 seconds. So that's why it's important to have whatever you're transporting close to you. Okay? All right. Wood, rubble. Right, so this is iron and silver, so I'm Gonna make sure I'm focused on that. And in the left-hand corner where the resources are, look at how they're building up iron and silver. It's because each second it goes up however much it does. So when you have your farms, you're focused on that. I did have a request to show how heroes are built up in my farms and sheriff gear. I don't really focus on that, but I'm learning from you guys, and I think I'm going to start setting my heroes and focusing on that per different farm that I have, because there are different things you can set up with your researching and construction and food gathering and whatnot, to make sure that your farms are producing like they should be. So that's something that I've failed at. So I want to make sure I can do that. I will make another video of how to link your account to an email. It is really important to do that, but I'll do that on another video. All right. This is one of my wood farms. So as you see, the capacity is at 7 million right now. So wood doesn't produce as much. Okay. My cat is snoring. She has the loudest snores, but she has the cutest little snores as well. All right. This might be a little bit more of a boring video since all I'm doing is transporting, but it's kind of nice to show you how I do it. One more log transport. It's not quite full, so I do the silver to add in the rest. And you'll notice that it's a 12% tax, and so whatever I'm sending, it's going to also take 129.6K as payment for doing the transport. But I think it's worth it. It's not as much of a dent for me because I produce so much. It just produces a lot. Okay, I don't know why I continue to do this the opposite way than I should. Whenever I have my last little bit that I need to transport from whichever farm I'm doing wood, in this case wood and silver, I should do the one that I'm going to use as the filler so that I don't waste a full transport on just a little bit. So I'll do it on the next one. I keep telling myself I need to change it, but I just don't. I don't know if you are understanding what I'm trying to say here. Whenever we transport, the last transport, so I'll show you on this one. Right, since this particular one is smaller, it's going to be a smaller transport. See in the bottom right hand corner, all the rest have been 1.1 million. Because this is a TC, or excuse me, the market is a level 14, it only transports 800. So the tax rate is a little bit bigger. But as you grow your towns, the transport size is bigger and the tax size is less. It reduces. That tax rate is definitely worse the smaller you are. So that's why it benefits you to get bigger. All right. These only have 3 each, meaning 3 marches, 3 transports each. All right, so when I say, if I were to use a full log, I don't fill up a full transport. So what I need to do is fill it up with silver, and then if I want to add another resource, I can move it over to fill in it, and it'll deplete the silver to fill in whatever the other logs that I put in. Does that make sense what I'm saying? All right, so I have 800 in silver. So now I have just a little bit, once I do this transport, I'll have a little bit of silver left. So I like to completely deplete when I'm transporting from my banks, from the resources that the bank is, the farm is focused on. So in this instance, I have 111,000 more that I need to send from my silver. I'm going to send rubble as a filler, also wood, silver, but I still have a little bit left. I can use iron, so I fill it up with iron, but I make sure I go back in with log and silver to finish filling out the transport so that I completely deplete it. Hopefully this is making sense the more that I'm doing it. All right, I have moved around my town since some of previous videos that I've done because I am planning on creating another town that's going to be focused on wood. And what I'm going to do is take a video of building a new town, what you need to do when you are building a new town and whatnot. So that hopefully that'll benefit anyone that's going to upgrade. And I haven't built a new town in a couple months, so I am actually going to go through all the motions, read everything. It's going to be a longer video, but at the same time, hopefully it'll help people so that they can reference back to that if they need to. All right, this is one of my stone farms, and you'll see that it has 13.7 million in stone. So that's more than it produces more than wood. So we do use a lot of stone in this game, but at the same time, I don't know why they make it so uneven. I have used one of my camps. That's why you see that at the bottom on the right hand side here. Because I want to have that camp, which is right there, as a space available whenever I create that new account. I will do that probably later today or tomorrow because I need to do some school work because I'm in school and I also need to work. And at the same time, I need to create a email account for that new account. And I just have a lot of Gmail accounts that I create so that I can link all of my accounts to an email so I can go through the login process pretty quick. It's very important to have your accounts linked to email because for one, if you get a new phone and you download West Game, it's not going to recognize. Okay, network error. That happens sometimes. Aw. Watching Big Bang Theory. I do that a lot. All right, so let's see what's happening with... My Wi-Fi is not working. All right, so we're gonna have to go use my data. Wonder why my Wi-Fi is not working. We'll use my phone data. Sorry about that little detour. Apologies. Why is it not working? I have phone data. Well, this is what happens whenever you don't have internet. So I don't know why it's not working. Why am I... Okay, sometimes I have to exit out of West Game and open it up again. I really like these new avatars, but I don't think I'm gonna I'm gonna get one because you don't get any benefits from having these avatars. They're just avatars. Um, but it is what it is. A lot of people like to spend the money to get the avatars. All right, so now that I'm able to go back in and start transporting again, just had to get the data to link up. I think I just have to reset my Wi-Fi. It's gonna continually build up. I mean, because look on this left side here. Already building up stone. 150 per minute. Looks like it's crazy. All right, so I'm going to fill with logs and iron. The reason why I'm choosing logs on all of these is because, as you saw whenever I was in my bank at the very first of the video, I don't have as many logs or wood. So my camp is going to last for 11 hours. I'm probably not going to have the new account built within the 11 hours. So I'll just camp again so that that spot is not taken by a minion or resource tile or whatnot. I just want to leave it open so I have my options open to put my new town there. I don't use a transport for my new town. We are given a transport for your first transport. All right, this is my second stone farm. I'm watching Big Bang Theory on a USB. I downloaded a bunch of episodes, so it's not on Wi-Fi. Don't know why my Wi-Fi is not working, so I'll check into that in a little bit after I finish this video. I know this is a tedious and boring video, but I wanted to show you the full process of what I do whenever I am transporting resources from all my accounts. This is just the flow that I do, and it's super simple. Although I usually do it on my own, so it doesn't take it very long. Now that I'm talking through it, it definitely is a little bit different. So this one is only a size 12 marketplace, that level. So that's why the transports are actually smaller. So you see how the transport's only 440,000 and the tax rate is 50%. It's the bigger you get, the better it is for transporting your farms. So it's good to grow as they get bigger and bigger. All right, now I need to send silver. All right, so I am just waiting for the transports to finish, and then I will I will go to my last farm, which is my food farm, and I will make a video of how I shield all of my accounts tomorrow. Super fun. Super fun. So you'll notice that food is 15.6 million it's produced. So it produces the most. Okay. So I'm actually pretty excited for the next growth in all of my accounts. Is going to be, most of my farms is going to be up to 16, which means I'll have another transport because at level 16 you get another transport and another march. But since I do not gather in my farms, I use them for camping. Those marches are used with camping. All right. I'm sorry, this is one of the more boring of the videos, but showing you guys how to do it is definitely more of a visual thing than anything else. So once again, it's very important when you have farms that you want it to continually produce. So even if you don't have a bank, but you have another main account that you're using the resources in, make sure you're constantly dumping them, but that you know how long it'll take to create your resources. And when you reach the capacity, you want to make sure you are transporting everything from your farms to wherever you're sending it, to your main account, to your bank. I'm the only one that has a bank in our alliance that I know of. There could be other players that have a bank that they just aren't sharing with the rest of us, which is fine. You can have a bank to yourself. I know a lot, some of the bigger players or some of the bigger alliances. We have SETI and TNT, and they both know that what my bank is. They've hit me many times, but I need to be vigilant and make sure my farms and my bank, most especially my bank, is shielded because I not only have my resources but other people's resources in them. All right, so we are done transporting all of the resources into my bank. So now I'm going into the bank and I'm going to show you that how much it's increased. Look at that. Wow. Now food is over 500 million. Sweet. All right. So that is what I do whenever I transport from my farms to my bank. Hopefully that helps you understand. And sorry it was so boring. And sorry about the little network and Wi-Fi glitch there. Maybe it's just because it's 3 in the morning here. I do stuff at night. I'm a night person. All right. You guys have a great rest of your day. And